And we are starting. Okay, so the plan for today, we're going to go ahead to the next lesson in the unit, which is lesson 3, designing an app, part 1. Okay, so that's this class. Fantastic. The way this is going to work, or the final product, is going to be something like the multi-screen app that we saw in the examples. Let's see what bubble 1 looks like. I think everything should be recording. Is that working? Well, we're going to find out. All right, so this bird quiz, lesson 3, bubble 1, as a sample, gives you a basic idea of what your planning guide is going to look like, which will guide you in what your finished product will look like. Okay, your planning guide has, well, you just got a worksheet that has 4 squares on it, and those are going to be where you design your screens, excuse me. The minimum is 3 screens, which is not that much to ask, especially if you have a home screen and some sort of finish screen. But this one is, we showed this one before, where you have each image, which works as a button. And if you were not here last time, where we did our introduction to design mode, I mean, that's why we do show up caught up, because it's important. Okay, so the only thing for today, I should say, not the only thing, the checkpoint for today, first, you're going to go to the calendar spreadsheet and open up and make a copy of the multi-screen planning guide, 1 of 2, as in this is part 1 of 2. Okay, and let's take a look at the requirements for the planning guide, which will have the requirements for the app itself. Okay, for this project, you'll create an app that teaches your classmate about a topic you find interesting. Along the way, you'll learn how to use many of the features in App Lab, as well as skills that will help you building more apps through the class. Okay, things you are actually going to submit. This completed planning guide, this completed planning guide, both parts. And if yours doesn't, if you just made a copy, that's fine also. And the final app. Okay, minimums. You'll use at least 3 screens. The example here, this has 6 screens. And not just because, I mean, you could tell in the planning guide, but you could also work through, if you played this enough, you'd figure out that there are 3 quiz screens and a lose screen. Hold on, a lose screen, a win screen, a home screen, and 3 quiz screens. That's 6, and that's not that much. Not that much to ask. Where are we? Okay, so minimum 3 screens. It includes examples of images, audio, and text. A clear and easy, it's clear and easy to navigate. That's awkward language. A user interface that is clear and easy to manage and navigate. Clearly communicates information about your topic, and code is cleanly written. Okay, this topic, or this concept of no dead ends, this will be a requirement for every single thing you do, where the problem is having some situation where you play the game and the user ends at a screen and they can't get back to the start. You can either have it, and we'll discuss different ways to do it, where you have some button that goes to the, screen 1 goes to screen 2, screen 2 goes to screen 3. From screen 3, you can either walk it back, have like a back arrow, have every screen have arrows at the bottom that go back and forth, or you just have it go sort of a one-way thing where you get to the end and then there's a home button. But either way, the user should be able to get back to the beginning without having to hit reset and run on App Lab. Okay, steps: plan your topic content, plan the flow of your screens, design your app's user interface, and then program your app in App Lab. The only thing that we are doing, well, the planning guide and the starting to place your screens is the goal for today. Okay, so like I said, first thing is here we're going to brainstorm topic ideas. Even if you have one set, I want 3 separate ideas. And this is going to be something that we do in most planning guides. And it's because a lot more frequently than you'd think, students will be set on one topic and get halfway through and realize it's not gonna work for what they're doing, whatever the assignment, whatever the app's supposed to be. And having backup ideas that are right there will speed things up if that happens. Okay, you're going to choose a topic that you're interested in teaching your classmates about, explain a few sentences that of what would be covered. For example, basketball, a few sentences explaining what you're going to teach your classmates or whoever, hypothetical user. And after you have that written out in your copy of this planning guide, you're going to actually sketch out your screens. Okay, on the piece of paper that you have, please put your name, date, and period at the top. And you're going to literally, with pencil or pen, sketch out what your screens are going to look like. Where are you going to put buttons, and where are they going to flow to? In the example app, the bird quiz, the images actually work like buttons, even though they don't do the change of depth color trick. The images still, you can see the ostrich image goes to this screen. Okay, and if you did the swan or the eagle or something for the bird that can live the longest, it then goes to the lose screen. Otherwise, parrot goes to the question screen 3. Okay, that is what your sketch is going to look like. And when you're done with your sketch, you're going to take a picture of it and insert it into this space. And that once you have that, the last part of the planning guide before you get to actually designing things, which will happen in bubble 2 of this lesson, I want you to decide on all the things that do a thing. All the buttons or anything that will cause the app to change, meaning like go to another screen or play the music or something. Like each button, each image that the user can click on, if you want it to do something, you need an event handler, which is that on event thing that we haven't spent a ton of time with, but it was part of some of those examples. You're going to give it a useful name. Okay, if you have a home button on every screen, you're probably going to have home button 1, home button 2, home button 3, because you can't use the exact same name for different things, even if they have a goal. At this point, everything we're going to do is click. We're not going to do mouse over or input or key up or some of the other options. We're just going to have click as your option or your action, and then describe what it is. Okay, down here is the rubric for the entire project, which we'll go over. Well, you can look at it now, but half of it is really more about the second part. But I wanted this on part 1 of the 2 planning guides so that you can see where we're headed. Okay, once you have this planning guide done, once you have drawn your plan out for whatever your topic is, you can do a quiz situation if you want, but it doesn't have to be. It just has to be 3 screens with images, with whatever it said before, images, sound, where is it? Steps after images, sound, and text. Okay, and it needs to work, but that's not an issue for today. For today, you are just trying to make your screens. Okay, and the layout and that sort of thing. Okay, so we are here. You get to bubble 2, and this is your blank app lab. And you do have the event handlers, but we don't have any of the blocks that actually do a thing. And as I'm sure I pointed out before, you need to give things meaningful and descriptive names. You need to use a consistent naming convention. So if all of your buttons will be like home button or play button or something like that, you need to have your whatever type of element it is in your ID, element ID. So it'd be like something image or, well, at least anything that you interact with. Another great tip is rename the screen. So the first one is probably home screen, if that's what you want to do first, or screen home. And you'll probably have some sort of title, label, any sort of buttons, that sort of thing. And to make a new screen, you click up here at the top and go to new screen. If you are in code mode, it won't let you add anything. It'll let you change. But in design mode, it will let you add a screen. And so right now I just have home screen with stuff on it. And then I can have the second screen, which is default called scene 1, or yeah, screen 1. You could call, I don't know, info screen or something like that. And put what needs to go on there. In fact, you're probably not going to use any text input. The text requirement is your text. And we only need buttons and some other ways to change screens. Those are the only interactions that you need to do. Okay, so that should all be done today. The worksheet and planning your screen. There's an assignment on Canvas ready to receive your Google Doc copy planning guide, part 1 of 2. And let me know if you have any questions. Okay, ready, go.